Our organization really started primarily, and still it's one of our central focuses, helping people coming out of jail and prison to get prepared for employment in the private sector, to get them into living wage, family sustaining employment. And by doing that, break the cycle of them going in and out of jail and prison. So we tend to measure that on them not being rearrested, not being detained again, not being convicted of any new crime, and not being reincarcerated. So historically, there's really been a very tight connection between our work and improving public safety.
I think one of the things that's most exciting about the Supportive Reentry Network Collaborative is how easily and seamlessly we came together. Many of us had been working with this population for decades, and all of us saw the need. But Safer Foundation was able to answer the call from Governor Pritzker when we were in the midst of COVID, and was able to bring us all together and help us work together collaboratively to address not only the health and the behavioral health needs of our participants, but also the social determinants of health.
Too many of those people have criminal systems involvement, all too often related to their behavioral health issues, illnesses. People with severe mental illness, cognitive impairments, intellectual disabilities, poverty, right?
And unmet health needs.
And unmet health needs. Over the course of our work, think about how many times our clients cycle in and out of the criminal systems.
Heartland Alliance Health is part of the larger Heartland Alliance that some people have heard of. We provide full service health care, behavioral health care, oral health care to people experiencing homelessness, individuals, families experiencing homelessness. We often say housing is healthcare. We say food is medicine. Really, if you think about it, medical care can only go so far if you don't know where your next meal is going to come from. That's what makes me very excited about the Network Collaborative, because it allows us to partner with organizations that are specialists in different areas of the city and different services, so that each individual can get an array of needs met, and that we know that as they come to us for healthcare, we're more likely to achieve a better health outcome.
I feel like therapy is important now because mental health is a very important thing. And I'm glad that mental health is really getting the light that it needs to be shed on it, because mental health does go overlooked a lot.
Our role in the collaborative, I remember when the pandemic first happened, our role was they wanted to know if we would provide identification, restoration services to the people who was coming home, early release, and coming out there. There was no money, there was no nothing. They wanted to know, would we be able to provide those services for those people? And we said yes.
The collaborative in general, a huge help for the programs that we have at Safer. So we have specific programs that offer specific services. What the collaborative does, the SRNC does, it provides us the opportunity to provide our clients with so much more. Get you a state ID. You might need your social. You might need a birth certificate. You have specific mandates that you need to complete. We have our partners that each one could deal with one of your mandates. There's so much that the collaborative offers, giving a client from something so small to something that he really didn't know he needed.
I think I got incarcerated around like 2017. And I remember the first phone call I made to Safer. I spoke to Ebony Jenkins, Reentry Navigator, that's what they call them. Going down the list of things, she wanted to collect some information, making sure I had a valid ID, birth certificate, social security card, helped me get, situated with like getting, assistance with getting food stamps and my medical card and things like that. Stuff that I kind of was neglecting.
Well, my name is Ebony Jenkins and I'm a reentry navigator here at Safer Foundation. Basically, I work with formerly incarcerated individuals who have just been released from prison. I'm basically their point person. I'm walking them through all type of services that they're interested in. When they're coming home and they don't know where to start, I'm working with them, whether that's getting identification documents like a social security card, a birth certificate, a state ID. If they're interested in healthcare, oh, I haven't seen a doctor in I don't know how long, I'm setting them up with primary care providers. So it's just a matter of me following up on those things, making sure, okay, did such and such reach out to you regarding the referrals? Even if they don't call me, I'll call them just to see what's going on. I haven't heard from you. You okay? Just checking in. It's not mandated, but it's just how you build a relationship with your clients. You know, they trust you.
2019, August 9. I had got arrested. I got sentenced to 48 months. I ended up doing 41 to 42 months, good time. And when I went to Savior Foundation, right the same week, they got me started with a few classes, and that was life skill and anger management. Life skills especially. I got my job like literally days after completing the class. Anger management helps me out a lot. You know, we got a few exercises that I actually take. I work as a busboy, so I deal with a lot of like rude clients, customers in restaurants. So the skills that they teach me to use, I use them, and I'm grateful for those.
I develop jobs. I develop jobs for our clients, and that consists of having me going to the community, going to spot check some companies, you know, and see if they would partner. We would explain our collaborative, we would explain what we do, and the kind of justice impact people that we work with.
My name is Roxanne Brown. I'm Operation Manager of RTP. We have a pre-apprenticeship program where they learn carpentry. It's about 14 weeks. They get the core, which is the books and the reading, math. They also have hands-on, where they do a little hands-on. They learn about different tools, how to use different tools. They learn the safety. Where we're sitting now with this house, most of the students that came through the apprentice program, we started building it up from the ground up. So a lot of them had their hands in working on building the house.
I would take their resume, I would match them up with the right company, if you will, and then because they work with us, because they know that they're justice impacted people, a lot of challenges that they might have, or what we call barriers, but we get past those barriers. That life skills that we do, it really helps them not only to look at where they came from, but where you're currently at and the possibilities. So if you want that, there's certain things that you need to accomplish, and you're not going to do it alone. And so as they go step by step, we're able to see them this transformation like they really, really want it. And in fact, you really have to really want it, right? Because changes work.
And with them checking up on me constantly, like it just doesn't let me get away from it. Cause now I got sort of a deal worked out. Like you help me, and I'm gonna help me. You know what I'm saying?
But it starts with you. They gonna give you tools. They gonna give you advice, different avenues to take. But it starts with you. You have to put these plans into motion.
Savior Foundation is a really good program. Like I say, they work fast, and they'll work with you as long as you work with them. You just gotta have motivation. If you don't want to do it, then of course you're not gonna do it. But if you want it and you want to get it as soon as possible, Savior Foundation is gonna do it and help you.
Push them and just try to help them get to their goals to make things turn out better for themselves.
I take pride in it, I guess, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm here at Safer, because I believe in what they do.
I think that at the end of the day, we need to all understand that our clients are still people. You know, they're coming from IDOC, they're coming out of jail starting fresh, you know, and you want them to have this new path. You want them to be better, but we have to give them those tools to be better, to be a regular human being like you and me. That's all they are. But, you know, going to different jobs, oh, we're denied because of our background. It's important for us to be able to help them get back on track. And if we don't assist them with those things, how do we expect them to be better? How do we expect them not to, go back to what they were doing?
It can get overwhelming sometimes when you know that this person has been incarcerated for a while, and he's saying that he's coming out, and when he come out, he wants to get himself together, but that's what he's trying to come to have somebody there for him, like a safe net. And just in case I would so happen to get a job, I need somebody to, be there for me in case I have a problem with this job, because I'm not used to working, or I never worked, or I have been out of job for a long time. I need somebody there for me. It's good for them to have this when they go out to a job, or trying to get a job. We let them know you got somebody. I like helping somebody. I feel good. That's my high. When I know I have helped somebody. And I have had people to go on a job, and they call me back, well, Ms. Jacobs, I'm still on the job. That's what I want to hear.
The approach we do is just to make sure that, like I said, number one thing is patient care, to make them feel like they're at home.
When we're all healthy, we all do better as a community society. I think COVID taught us we're only as healthy as our neighbor, those who are walking the street, go to the store, have one community with. And so it's important that we're all healthy.
And at the end goal is for a person to become totally productive with self-esteem so that they can be a positive influence to society.
This is what we're trying to do as a collaborative, to enhance and to improve communities so that our people in our communities can be better served, but also empower them to make a better communities for the future of our generations.
Educating them on why recovery is important, where they are right now and what they're struggling with is normal, right? And then how to get through that. I think that's what's going to be essential to their recovery.
Positive reinforcement, something positive to look forward instead of, going back to the same cycle. You could really change who you are, what you've done, and where you're going with your life. If you really focus, you can.
I ain't proud that I experienced the jail experience, but I am grateful though that it changed the dynamic of where my mind was at. And Safer is just helping me build on it.